Okay, we are going to begin our unit on genetics. Genetics is the study of how traits are passed from parents to kids. When you hear the word offspring, that's another word for babies or kids. So a trait is a physical characteristic or something that we can see. So traits can vary and will vary from person to person. So traits could be like hair texture, freckles, or whether you can roll your tongue. So even though we are all human, there is a lot of variation in traits among us. So today we're going to actually kind of become the data here. So our first assignment is for you to look at your own traits and mark yes or no in the correct box to show whether you have each trait or you don't. So here it says, I have detached earlobes. Detached is another word for lobed. I actually do have lobed earlobes. See if I can show them to you. There's my earlobe. Wait, is that my earlobe? I don't know. The document camera doesn't really work very well. But I'll see, maybe I can get a picture on there of a lobed. If it's not lobed, then it's attached and you can kind of tell the difference. So I personally have lobed earlobes. I can roll my tongue. I have one dimple on my right cheek. You can check it out in class. I am right-handed. You can tell that already. I have freckles. I have a lot of freckles, actually. I have naturally curly hair. No, I do not. I do not have naturally curly hair. I have a cleft chin. I kind of do. Sometimes if you can't really tell, you just have to make a decision whether you do or don't. Have allergies? No, I do not. Now here's one. I can cross my left thumb over my right when I clasp my hands together. So if you do this and just do it like this, what thumb naturally goes over the other? For me, my left thumb goes over the right. So whatever way you did it, now take your hands apart and try the other way and see how weird that feels. That's a trait written in our genes. So for me, my left thumb was over my right when I clasped them. So I'm going to mark yes for this one. I can see colors green and red. Yes, I can. But you know what? I cannot actually see my grays and blues very well. So I don't know. I have some sort of kind of color blindness in that regard. The hairline on my forehead is straight. No, mine's a little bit not straight. And I am a female. So these are all traits that are written in your genes. So what I would like for you to do is take a moment, take a little bit of time to kind of go through and look at your traits. And if you want to add a couple other traits here just for fun, you certainly can. One of them that we are going to look at is whether you can or cannot taste PTC paper, because our taste buds are actually traits as well. All right, so when we're done with this, you can flip it around, and on the other side of the paper, you will find an inventory of the traits for your classmates. So I'd like you to go around the class, talk to your classmates, and find out, were they a yes or a no for each of these traits? And then if say I'm talking to Joey and I look at his earlobes and they are detached, well, I'm going to mark a little tally mark for him. And then I go to Lisa and okay, well, there's another one. Then maybe, I don't know, I'm running out of names here. Benji isn't. And once you get to 4 or 5, you can make a mark like this, so we can end up counting by 5s at the end. And you can go through each one of these. You can look and see. And some people may not know. I don't know. Do I have dimples? I kind of feel like it does on one cheek, blah, blah, blah. And you can kind of decide, yeah, I think you do. No, I think you don't. And you can look back to what they said about themselves. You can chat about them and ultimately make a tally mark here. So then when we finish, what we'd like to do is look for patterns and begin to ask an important question about genetics. And that question is one that you can actually start thinking about now. The question is, why are some traits common while other traits are rare? We're going to talk about that. We're going to learn a lot about how to read genes, alleles, and different things on our chromosomes, because we're going to learn that genes help code for proteins, which actually help physically express what's written on our DNA in the form of these kinds of traits. So it'll be fun to see those patterns and fun to see what our class is like.